D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we all know Ja Morant's a high flyer. He says, my dad was pretty athletic when he played, so I can say some of it comes from him. Jumping on tires and the other drills, they just allowed my legs to get stronger. It's enabled me to get off the floor quicker, be more explosive, and it shows when I'm out there on the court. Kevin, it certainly does.
He is a high flyer indeed. David, thank you. This contest has the potential, Clark, to be very exciting. Two teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. When you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. And for Charlotte, the guard pair, Ball and Rozier. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Ball finds Rozier. Hayward with the ball. Now the pass to Washington. Back to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Really good control that time by Washington. Embraced the physical contact and then worked his way through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Dylan Brooks. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Hornets, P.J. Washington. Shooting 1.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now here's Morant. Shoots over Ball. And it's Morant missing. Pass to Hayward. Williams against Jackson. A shot by Hayward, wide open. And that one goes long.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Brooks with the bounce pass. Passes it to Bain. And 1:01 left to play here in the first. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Oubre's checked in for the Hornets.
Oubre Jr.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Ball, the pass to Washington. Rozier for 3, and it's Morant with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Offensive rebound, and the basket good. A bad shot that time.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to Rozier, a 3. Charlotte no good that time either. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Jackson. Goes up again. Shoots over Washington. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game here in Charlotte. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
The Grizzlies. 3. Your Hornets use.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a four-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game or the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Aldama in at the 4.
For the Hornets, they have the memory of 2 straight play-in game losses hanging over their heads. That's a tough way to end any season. It should be fuel and motivation for them. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Oubre outside. 1:03 left here in the second. Here's Richards. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside, Jones. The pass to Kennard. Back to Jones. Here's Tillman. Outside, Jones. And another miss by Memphis.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Smith scanning the floor. In the corner, it's Martin. Kennard with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Jones. It's deflected and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Grizzlies.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Morant outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Morant's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
And finally, someone scored.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Grizzlies lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. And in that period, the most they trailed by was 3. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Charlotte.
Well, they're just not creating enough scoring opportunities, and they're pretty lucky they're not trailing by 15 right now. They need to play more unselfishly, work for better spacing, go stronger to the basket.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And look who's running onto the floor.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Memphis leading by 3. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. Washington out there with Williams. And it's Ball in at the 1. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Now here's Brooks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that one's good. Morant.
And with the pace that Morant plays with, that mid-range is a great option. He can surprise defenders expecting Ja to drive it.
Morant against Ball. Over Morant. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Ball.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Adams outside. 6 to shoot. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Rozier for 3. The shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Brooks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
For Memphis, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Going to the line, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. For Charlotte, they might be the most electric team, Clark, in the NBA. Young and very exciting.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, they're extremely potent, and they are exciting to watch. LaMelo Ball, man, he can do just about everything. The Hornets, a lot of fun to watch for sure.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Here's Richards. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Ball. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jones looking for an opening. Brooks outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Grizzlies up by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Clark in at center.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
How How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Morant against Ball. Can't hit from in close. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Bane passes to Morant. And Ball with the block.
No, sir. Get it out of here. LaMelo using that long reach to deny that shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And look who's running onto the floor. Make some noise for your honeybee.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
This has been a one-man show all the way. He's taken it upon himself to carry the entire weight of their offense. And with all the scoring he's done, I don't know how he's had enough energy to even get back on D.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thank you, David. .43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jackson finds Bane. Again, Memphis.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
It's your honeybee.
Eight-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Connects from downtown.
Well, I tell you, there's nothing more impressive than seeing a young player keeping his composure in a high-stakes, big league situation.
Hornets foul call. LaMelo ball. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Ja Morant. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team. Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
The kick out to Rozier. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
LaMelo ball. Second personal foul. And the third team foul. Shooting for Memphis, Ja Morant. Going to the line, shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Here's Melodon. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded